The hatch just got so much worse, bro. Because Roblox responded again. They've responded twice now. And their new response is awful. A bunch of different popular Roblox games are pulling out of the event. And it might have just leaked that Roblox is using AI for 1,000 eggs, bro. And just so much more stuff. Like, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, guys, it gets even worse. But before I get into all that, welcome back to the video if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you have to subscribe right now. So I welcome you back in the next video. And while we're at it, hit the like button because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, such as the first story, which happens to be Grow a Garden having one of their owners being banned. Now, I think it's a former owner, but I saw this tweet on my front page that said, "Hello, everybody. We got some news about BMW Lux." And if you don't know who BMW Lux is, he is one of the originators, or I think the person who originally developed Grow a Garden, but he was kicked off of the team because of some things that he did that were not very good, such as, you know, like harassing people and whatnot. Not good stuff. But it seems like, as this tweet says, it says Lux has experienced a Roblox ban/termination. Now, we don't know if that's true because if you don't know, if you disable your Roblox account, you appear as terminated. So there is a chance that maybe BMW Lux disabled his account. Who knows? And I mean, it sounds like it was maybe just him disabling his account, because if you go to his account now, as of 20 hours after this tweet, it's up. Like, I could still go to it. It still is here. He's not banned, or he's not terminated. If he was terminated, you wouldn't be able to go to his profile. So, I mean, it seems like he's still chilling, man. I don't know what these people were talking about. Maybe he just never got terminated, because this tweet doesn't show any proof that he was terminated. It's literally just like there. Like, I don't know what this tweet means, but it got a lot of likes and a lot of attention, and I guess maybe somebody checked to see if he was terminated when this tweet came out, and I guess it seemed like he was terminated when this tweet did come out, but he is no longer terminated, and yeah, you can go to his account. So yeah, so he's not actually banned, as a lot of people thought. Now we can move on to the next story, which just happens to be a bunch of different hatch news, and then we'll get into some other really big and positive news that is hatch related at the end. But let's crack out all the negative stuff, guys, because it's bad. It's really bad. So in my last video, I talked about how basically it was discovered that there was a person that was invited to the hatch event that shouldn't have been because his games were weird. And in my previous video, like right when I finished editing my video, Roblox actually removed the guy from the event, and that was kind of all we had as of my last video. We didn't even know if Roblox actually removed Teddy or if he just removed himself from the event. But ever since that all happened, we have some confirmations and some responses that Roblox has made that I can't really put on screen because they are from like a confidential Discord server. But basically what Roblox said is that they removed Teddy and that he would not be actually participating in the event anymore. So that kind of just confirms that Roblox did remove Teddy and he didn't remove himself. So that's good. But here's the thing. Ever since that all happened, there has just been a rabbit hole that's been deepening every single day, because this is the first thing that happened. Now, I could show every single tweet here, but there's literally so many that I couldn't find them all. So I'm just going to read off some tweets that compile all of them, because many top Roblox games have actually taken themselves out of this event. As you can see from this tweet right here, this person said, "Here's a list of all the games that we currently know of that have opted out of the hatch event. Boycott the hatch." Now, these are just games that opted into the event and then eventually opted out after a lot of the drama. And as you can see in this screenshot, there is a lot of games, and a lot of these games are massive. I mean, bro, Pressure, Untitled Tag Game, Piggy, 3008, Doors, Something Evil Will Happen, Bloxburg, Michael Zombies, like Forsaken is on there, John Roblox's game TDX. Like, there is so many games that have taken their leave out of this event after actually opting into the event, and I find it so insane because most of these games actually left the event after Teddy was removed from the event. And a lot of the reasons that these games actually took themselves out of the event isn't just because of Teddy. It is a big reason, but a lot of these games actually said that they just didn't like how this event was going to be handled. They didn't like how the egg hunt was even going to work, so they didn't want to participate in it. So it seems like a lot of these developers have deeper issues than this Teddy thing, even though that is like the main thing that a lot of people left for. And it kind of just shows that this event is a train wreck, bro. Now, there's probably like tens of, maybe even hundreds of more games that have opted out that are not public or were not put on this list. So there's probably even more games that opted out. And you might be asking yourself, like, dude, this isn't even that many games. Apparently, there's supposed to be 1,000 games this event. So only having like 20 or 50 games opt out isn't really a big deal, right? Well, here's the thing. These are like some of the most popular games on Roblox. And for them to be opting out, it's kind of going to take a big hit to the event, and that's not good. Now, that's not where it ends, though, because apparently there was another game that was found in this new Roblox event that is not good. And it even got to the point where that Roblox game in specific actually forced themselves to shut down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this game called Row Meet on Roblox. It might not be on there anymore, and I'll get into that later, but it's basically a game that is supposed to simulate, like, I don't know, know, like video chats, I guess. And apparently this game is full of bad people. Who would have guessed, guys? Anyways, this game was invited to the Roblox egg hunt as well, and people started complaining about it on Twitter, rightfully so. And it got to the point where the developer of this game actually shut it down because they, I guess, got too much heat, where they said, unfortunately, after 3 years, Romeet will be closed for the foreseeable future. So I guess maybe not permanently, but I don't know. This is a decision we've been thinking about for months. So these people have been wanting to close down their game for many months now. As for the past 3 years, we've been trying our best to make Romeet as secure and safe of an environment for every player that plays Romeet, but unfortunately, we have no other choice to put the Roblox community first and permanently close Romeet. Oh, okay, so they're saying permanently here, but they said foreseeable future before, whatever. No matter how hard I've tried to make Romeet safe, bad actors always found a way to bypass chat filters and various other inappropriate things. We're sorry to any Romeet players that this will frustrate or upset, but there becomes a point where safety needs to come first. So honestly, I think this is good. I think this person did a good thing by taking their game down and realizing like, hey, there's only so much they can do moderation wise, and the way the game works just makes it impossible to moderate. So I'm glad that this person did take down the game and they actually took initiative, because a lot of people, they make so much money from these Roblox games, they're just like, dude, why don't I keep it up? Not realizing the insane amount of damage their game is causing because bad actors take it over. It does suck though that it did take, you know, a whole Twitter revolution for this to happen, but you know, but yeah, either way, a lot of the bad games on Roblox's hatch event have seemingly started shutting down or getting removed, which seems like a good thing, right? But here's the thing, guys. It gets even worse because Roblox finally released some more updates to how this event is going to work, and it seems really bad, guys. It seems bad. So RBX Events tweeted out this. They basically tweeted out a big list of things that Roblox responded with today in a private Discord server. So I'm not going to show the actual message Roblox sent to a lot of their developers because, again, I think it's confidential. But RBX Event News summarized it for me, and I'm going to read that off. And guys, it's bad because it says, news on the hatch. This event will launch as expected. So despite 50 of Roblox's top games leaving the event, they said, you know what? We're going to continue with this. Even after Creekcraft made a full video that got like 1 million views telling them to delay the event and try something different, they still said, you know what? Let's continue this event, guys. Genius. But guys, it gets even worse because it says developers are now allowed more creative freedom with how players can get the egg in their game. Oh, now they're giving developers creative freedom. Interesting. And then this is the worst part I could ever read, okay? Because it says, while there will be 1,000 eggs. So not just 1,000 games. There's apparently going to be 1,000 eggs. Players won't be required to obtain all of them. So you will not be able to 100% this event unless you spend 3,000 minutes collecting all of these eggs, bro. And also, who in the right mind can create 1,000 eggs? Think about it for a second. You know who can do it? Roblox's brand new AI, guys. I'm starting to really think that this whole event is going to just be AI slop, especially considering they have 1,000 eggs lined up apparently. Anyways, it then says there will also be an awesome hub along with special mechanics, which if I were to guess, it's probably going to be AI slop, okay? In the future, they plan on trying out new ideas and concepts to keep events fresh and different while listening to community feedback. Okay, I get that. I get that events have kind of always been things to test new features. That's kind of how it's always been. I mean, you guys remember the Haunt? That thing sucked, but it was to test the new thing that they were doing, and it was still trash. But, you know, I don't know what community reaction they got to where they thought, you know what, let's make a full AI event. Like, that is so dumb. Now, maybe there isn't going to be 1,000 AI eggs. Maybe they will all be human-made eggs. I mean, how hard can an egg be to make? I mean, it's like a oblong sphere with colors on it. Like, it can't be that big of a task, right? But also, it's 1,000 eggs, and apparently developers only started getting invited 2 weeks before the event starts, bro. They must be using AI. Like, I believe it in my soul. But if they don't use AI for these eggs, I will eat all of my words, and I will send a big apology to Roblox. But guys, it is not looking good. It seems like this event is genuinely going to be AI eggs. I was joking when I initially said it before, but this, I think, confirms it, bro. So yeah, the event is getting worse, guys. It is getting absolutely worse. And the craziest part is that Roblox didn't really even address any of the actual drama. The only kind of response they said is that Teddy will not be participating in this event, which is not the only problem people had, and is also not a good enough response in my opinion. But either way, guys, now we can get into the positive stories because after all of this drama happened, which by the way, there's definitely more that I didn't mention in my video, but it's stuff that I literally can't mention because it's so bad. But what I can do is now move on to the more positive stuff that has came out of all this drama, because if you guys don't know, and if you weren't around, Egg Hunt 2018 was probably one of the best egg hunts we've ever had. It was like a story-driven, like, world experience. Like, it was really good. And it was made by a team called 15. I think that's how you say it. And after all of this drama sprung about yesterday and the day before, 15 actually tweeted out this: by the community for the community, Easter 2026, with a picture that says a follow-up to Egg Hunt The Great Yolk Tales, which was, you know, the Egg Hunt 2018, is now in development. So yeah, the team that was behind the best egg hunt, I'd say, ever, has tweeted out that they're working on a brand new egg hunt that'll be released next year during Easter, bro. Very, very, very exciting. They go into a lot more details and they talk about like how exactly their event's going to work. They literally give us like a full spreadsheet like thing talking about how this event's going to work, and it looks really awesome, bro. And the craziest part about this is that so many people are now reaching out to 15 to help with this because they are so passionate about making a good egg hunt. So, you know, even though we had all this terrible drama with all of this patch stuff, we at least got some good stuff out of it. Now, also on top of this, there's been a lot of other community-oriented egg hunts that have been announced as well. I think Pixelpug was a part of one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, as you can see from this tweet right here, he said, we're looking for developers who might be interested in incorporating a hidden quest into their game. So he was kind of hosting like his own type of egg hunt thing in retaliation to all of this. And it's good. It's honestly a blessing to see the Roblox community come together in such a major way for something that everyone is pretty dang passionate about, dude. We've wanted a good egg hunt for so many years, and Roblox has just been spitting in our faces, bro. Like, what is going on? In what world did they think an AI egg hunt would ever work? I don't know, guys. But either way, that's what's going on. Bye.